What is up, guys? Apostle here. Today, I wanted to talk about 3 things I think Arc Raiders needs to become a successful game. So, let's get started. Number 1, more game depth. This is definitely one of the biggest problems in Arc Raiders because not only does it cover gameplay, it also covers the structure and how the game is really built. The main gameplay loop for any extraction shooter, including Arc Raiders, would be to go in, get your loot, and get out safely. But once you do that enough times, there's no chase anymore. You have so much stuff that there's nothing really to go after. And this is definitely a big problem in Arc Raiders. Because, to put it simply, the gold guns are not good. Gold guns, which are supposed to be the highest level of gun, they're not good. They don't stand out in any situation, which really kills this game. Because if I go out and I work hard to get that gold gun and it's bad, then what's the point? I'll just go get my level 4 Pharaoh from Tian Wen or whatever. And I think they really need to change this. They need to buff gold weapons. They need to make them worth the chase and worth taking in and risking. Because right now, that is simply not the case. Another thing I would like to see is adjustments to purple guns that would balance gameplay. Because something like the Volcano is just unbelievably broken. You see it just destroys everything. And you compare that to the Delabra, which is significantly harder to get, harder to obtain. It's just, there's no comparison because of how good the Volcano is. And then you take something like the Bobcat, again, purple guns are the second highest tier, and they should be good, but not as good as they are right now. They definitely need to be adjusted. Another thing that I think would help this is blueprints. Right now, in this game, there are only 3 items that don't have a blueprint, and that would be the horizontal grip, the kinetic converter, and the silencer 3. And now, guys, we've seen what happens when you don't have a blueprint for this stuff. People will go out and they will grind for it. You see on Buried City Hurricane, people will fly to Plaza Rosa in that pharmacy because they want these things. But once you add blueprints to everything, it really just kills the game depth because you're not chasing anything when you go out there because you have the blueprints for everything. So all you have to do is craft them. And I think Embark needs to add something that you can't obtain a blueprint for. Some sort of, definitely some guns, maybe some mods, augments that you just have to go out there and find. You can't craft, you can't get the blueprints for them. And I think the addition of those things would really help out the game depth in Arc Raiders. Before we move on to number 2, these videos take a lot of time and effort, so please hit that like and subscribe button and share this with someone you know. It's free and it helps me out a ton. Moving on to number 2. No more aggression-based matchmaking. Guys, there's no way around it. This is the biggest problem in Arc Raiders, and it will hurt the game if it's not changed soon. For those of you who don't know, aggression-based matchmaking is a system where the game puts players who shoot other players in lobbies with players who shoot other players, and players who refrain from shooting other players in lobbies with players who refrain from shooting other players. Why is this a problem? Well, let's look at an example. Let's say I wanted to use a key. Well, I don't want to have to worry about getting shot with my loot or getting shot in the key room. So I'll just kill myself 15 times and then go in, be in these super Care Bear lobbies, easy lobbies, friendly lobbies, whatever you want to call them, and I will know for a fact there is no threat of anyone shooting me because everybody's going to be friendly, everybody's going to want to help out. So there you go. That's really the problem. It devalues pretty much everything in the game because you can obtain it easier by going into these easier lobbies. Let's say I needed some matriarch cores. I could once again kill myself 15 times and then go into these matriarch lobbies where there are 30 people all teaming up on the matriarch, helping each other out, giving each other stuff. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, guys, but it really does devalue everything in the game when you can just get it easier by going into these lobbies. So let's talk about the solution. What I would like to see is changes to the entire matchmaking system. And we know they can track player aggression, so I think we should still use that here. And I would like to see something like a mixed bag lobby now, where we have players who are pacifists, players who don't want to shoot other players. We have players who do shoot other players, and then you have people in the middle who do both. And I think that would just change the game so much. It would make this game so much better because you're going in and you don't know what other people are going to do. You don't know when you turn the corner if that guy's going to shoot you or not. And it really, really, really just, it changes the game so much because you don't have that predictability, that sense of predictability when you go into these aggressive lobbies or Care Bear lobbies, right? You know what other people are going to do. And that really just hurts the game, guys. And I know people want to play the game the way people want to play the game. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. And they still can, but Embark definitely need to change this because it is hurting the game. Moving on to number 3, free kit lobby balancing. Yes, free kits are the most controversial and disputed thing in Arc Raiders by far, but I want to look at them in a little bit of a different light. So when I go into my average solo or duo PvP lobby, what I'm seeing is a ratio of about 75 to 25 of free kits to kitted people. Guys, that's a big problem, and it can really hurt the game because what it's doing is creating a high-risk, no-reward scenario for the people who come in kitted, and in turn makes those people want to come in with free kits because there's no reward for them. Why would they want to come in kitted if 1 out of 20 people in their lobby is also kitted? So I think the solution to this is some sort of free kit lobby. We've seen Embark sort of implement this with the news changes that are free kits spawn in a little later in raids. Kitted people get the benefit and they get to go in earlier, right? And I think that was really good. I would like them to take some extra steps though. So what I want to see is some free kit lobbies mainly made up of 75-25 ratio free kits to kitted. That definitely lessens the motivation to use free kits without completely killing them. If you're actually out of guns, because that's truly what free kits are for, then you still have a chance of being able to go in, get some more guns, get some heals, right? You've got that 25% of people with the kits. So I think that would be very helpful. And then kitted lobbies, which would be the reverse, so it would be 75-25 kitted to free kits. This would be a game changer because now you have people wanting to come in kitted, wanting to take their good stuff because they know I'm going to go in and there will be other people with the good stuff. They will be kitted. This definitely solves the problem. And now you have this high-risk, high-reward situation. That is going to be a game changer, guys. Well, guys, that wraps up this one. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, drop a subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the video down in the comments. I would really like to see what you think I should do next, what you liked about the video, what you didn't like. As always, have a good one. Peace!